My name, Chad Townsend, C-H-A-D, T-O-W-N-S-E-N-D.
Look at the Indians defensively. Chad Townsend will be at first base. Ooh, there it is.
So tell us about your childhood and what made you want to play baseball.
My childhood, I grew up in Southern California, and it wasn't just baseball we played. We played, football, basketball, soccer, played it all. So baseball just happened to be my favorite at the time.
And what age did you think you started to want to play baseball at?
High school, probably, well, before high school, because I wanted to play for the high school. Nowadays they have a lot of travel ball and stuff like that, so representing the high school isn't as big of a deal as it used to be. Well, I played football and baseball in high school, and I was actually better in football than I was in baseball, but I knew that longevity would allow me to play a little bit longer after high school, like 9 years after high school. So.
Walk us through the process of playing professional baseball and getting drafted.
Well, when I was a freshman at University of California, the day I stepped on campus, I knew that I wanted to play professional baseball because I had made it to the college level. Once I got there, I was like, I don't want to stop this in 3 or 4 years. I want to keep going. And we had a lot of guys that had been drafted from the university that came back, and they would always work out with us. And my junior year, I got drafted by the Cleveland Indians, now the Cleveland Guardians, in the 14th round. And I spent 4 years in the Indians organization, a year with the Dodgers, and a spring with the Mets.
Mr. Townsend, every athlete's career comes to an end. What was your realization point, and walk us through the thought process of ending your career?
Well, I left college early, left after my junior year, and it only took one short season of A-ball to realize I probably should go get my degree. So I came back every off season, and I took classes at the college and worked part-time, and then worked out with the baseball team at the college. 6 years later, I'd been released 3 times. 2 of them I asked for them because I had guys below me that were rising a little bit faster than I was. But the last time I got released was by the Mets, and I just went home and realized that I was 25 years old, and all my friends were getting married and going, buying houses, and I'm traveling I'm traveling buses, chasing a kid's dream, and just wanted to get my life started a little bit differently. I'd played as hard as I could for as long as I could. I tore my rotator cuff, and between that, having my degree, and telling myself when this isn't as much fun as it used to be when I was a kid, I wasn't going to play anymore. But the big thing was just having a degree. When I went back and got my degree, that was huge for me.
And why teaching?
Oh yeah. Well, I actually was going to be a police officer. I thought I wanted to be a cop. So that summer I stopped playing. I was I was actually bartending, and I was getting ready to go through the police academy. And I remember substitute teaching one day. I was walking in on campus, and I remember kids were like, "Hey, Mr. Townsend, you gonna sub our class today?" They're like enthusiastic about it, and I was like, "I don't know, man. I gotta go in and check out my schedule." And then, 10 feet behind me was a resource officer, and it went immediately from being enthusiastic, talking to me, to like, "Oh, there's a police officer," and it was, the whole thing shifted to me, and not, I was not saying anything's wrong with being a police officer, but the way kids thought about me was different. I could tell by the way they reacted to the police officer that was following me in school that day. So I figured, maybe I'll go get my teaching credential, and that way I can be around, baseball and football, and maybe help some of these kids get to the next level.
What do you think has been the greatest benefit?
The benefit, well, I have 2 children. I have a 22-year-old daughter who's graduating from Virginia Tech next month, and I have a freshman. My son is a freshman at JMU. And the whole time they were growing up, I had the same exact schedule they had. So I got to take them to school. I got to pick them up from school. I got to be home with them in the summertime. Got to teach them how to ride a bicycle, how to swim, all the cool stuff that you want to do as a father. So the biggest benefit for me was having the same schedule as my kids.
How do you believe teaching has impacted your life?
I get to hang out with young people all the time. It keeps me young at heart. I don't know what else I'd do. I've taught, this is my 26th year teaching. I've been at Albemarle High School since 2005. Special ed teacher for 17 years and an ESOL teacher for 4 years, and I've been a driver's ed and health teacher ever since. Just being around young people, I enjoy it. It's fun. They're funny, and smell's not everything.
Yeah. So playing baseball and coaching baseball, what do you think correlates with teaching as well?
Just building relationships. Coaching is just teaching. It's just a different setting. You can really make an impact on a young student athlete, teaching them or giving them information that helps them get over whatever humps they have to get over. Football, baseball, just being around the young people and helping them out.